Hi guys, it's Shanae and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reacting to episode 12 of Yuri on Ice. I can't believe we're at the final episode. This show flew by, no jokes. I know there's a small extra video that's called something like Into the Madness, or I can't remember the title, but I am aware of it. I am planning to react to it next week. But in terms of the official episodes, this is the last one, and I'm kind of really sad about it because it's just, there's few shows that make me as happy as this show does. So yeah, I'm kind of sad to see everyone go, and I'm really nervous to see how everything is going to pan out, but I have faith that I'm going to be happy with it. I really hope I'm right. But yeah, before we do get into it, I just want to say a quick massive thank you to all my amazing patrons and channel members. If you're interested in joining either of those or for early access and uncut reactions, the links will all be in the description below, along with my social media and my PO box. And if you want to subscribe, that's always greatly appreciated. And also, please leave suggestions for what I should react to next in the comments below. If Heaven Official Blessing is going to be coming out this month, then I'm going to be going directly onto that, season 2. But I was otherwise considering doing Spy X Family, and there was another one, I'll put the name up here, I can't remember what it is now, that a friend of mine recommended that I thought might be fun as well. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into today's video.
Victor はもう十分僕のためにやってくれたよ。おかげで僕のラストシーズン全力で挑めた。ビクトル、コーチお疲れ様でした。
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, maybe it's just his hair and they're over exaggerating it, but I'm assuming it's a tear. He's obviously speaking from insecurities, but that doesn't diminish the hurt that you end up causing people when you speak from insecurity. So yeah, it kind of, to an outsider, would almost look like Yuri had been using him. Okay, once I've reached my goal, we should part. And I know that's not the way that Yuri intended it, obviously not. He is besotted with Victor, and anyone would be silly to think otherwise. But I wouldn't blame Victor if that maybe went through his mind for a second there.
Victor?
ああ、勝木優里がここまで自分勝手な人間とは思わなかった。優里、何やってるの？
いや、ビクトルも泣くんだと思って。
怒ってるんだよ、俺は。
グランプリファイナルまでってビクトルは競技復帰しないの？僕のことはもういいから。
自分は引退して俺には競技を続け。
フリーが終わったらそれぞれ自分で答えを出すと決めた。
It does feel a little bit abrupt, which is why I'm really hoping we get to see a little bit more of Yuri's inner thoughts leading up to this abrupt decision, because I mean, they kind of hinted at his insecurities in the previous episode. It just still feels strange to me because they made that promise together of how they would kind of continue to be coach and mentee, basically.
フィギュアスケートグランプリファイナル、今夜世界一が決まる。歴代最高得点でショート首位。
Is this the first time that we've heard the intro song within the actual show? I think so. Okay, so I just wanted to make a quick prediction that is probably so pointless. Up until this point, Yuri has always had the bad luck of drawing number 1, and I think for the first, well, not the first time in his life, but the first time in the series, he's gonna be drawing the final performance, because it just seems fitting that for the final episode he would be the last performing, because obviously if he were to be the first to perform, then you're kind of waiting for everyone else to perform worse than him so that he can win.
Hey, salut Victor.
Salut Stéphane, 久しぶり。 日本の皆さん、今日もユーリのこと応援よろしく頼むよ。
Shame, you can tell he's not his usual self.
Merci. On dirait que ni Yuri Katsuki, ni Victor Nikiforov n'ont l'énergie qu'on leur connaît d'habitude.
I feel so corrupt saying this, but I kind of like brooding Victor. It's very interesting to see him this way, even if I feel so bad for him at the same time.
フリーまずはカナダのジャンジャック・ルロワ。ショートプログラムではミスが続き大きく出遅れました。
Shame, I'm kind of terrified for him.
俺としたことがスケートを始めてから16年。初めてリンクの上に裸で放り出されたような気持ちだ。
Whoa!
ジャンプに入るまでのスピードが
Oh, that one actually looked painful. That was way... Whoa. Like, he could have so easily fallen on his face. That looked very dangerous.
ジャンジャック・ルロワが得意とするジャンプですが、練習でもミスが目立っていました。しかし用意している4回転ジャンプは6。4回転トリプル。ほっといてくれ。ごめん。あんなに怒ったのは初めてだった。まさに翼を折れた JJ。
I'm glad he's not just like failing at every single turn, because that is so discouraging. And obviously he's already disheartened, so that's not great. But it's so sad as well, because as they mentioned countless times already, he has the most difficult choreography, which means that now that he's kind of struggling, the choreography is a hindrance instead of being something that kind of like takes his performances to new heights. And I feel really bad for him. Oh wow. Yeah, he won't... Yeah, it won't feel good, I can imagine.
JJ が JJ らしくあるために最後のジャンプは4回転トーループを予定しています。予定は予定だ。4回転のできました。
ステップアウトしましたが見事なジャンプでした。 JJ がクワドループ。グランプリファイナルが終わってもまだ何年も彼らの戦いは続く。
I'm actually so happy for him. I feel like them adding in his struggle in the previous episode really made all of this feel so much more deserved, which is probably not like a fair way to think of it, because just because he's been performing excellently up until now, it doesn't make all the hard work that he's put in less than anyone else just because he hasn't been having any struggles up until the previous episode. But it does humanize him, and because of that, this feels so much better than it.
カナダのジャンジャック・ルロワ 213.91。 ショートプログラムですっかりスペインの観客を魅了したタイの20歳ピチット・チュラノン。
こんなたくさんの人から応援されたのは初めてだ。絶対ノーミスで滑り切りたい。トリプルアクセル。
Oh.
みんなを楽しませなきゃ。じゃあよ。
He's just such a charming character. Like, you can't help but root for him from beginning to end because he's so positive. And for me, like, people like that are just... I admire them so much when you can be so positive and so supportive of everyone around you, even if you're not doing the best, but you keep trying your best at the same time.
4回転の種類を増やすなんて簡単にはまだできないけど。
4回転トーループ。落ち着いて決めた。
Beautiful.
僕は誰にも似てない。 自分が一番目立つ自信があるよ。
トリプルフリップ、シングルループ、ダブルフリップ、最後のジャンプも着氷。
僕には出してないけど、いつか必ずタイでアイスショーがしたいんだ。そしてフィギュアスケートの楽しさをタイのみんな。
I love that. And also, not saying there's anything wrong with your big goal in life being something like winning a major competition, but I love that not everyone's major goal is that. Like, obviously he would have loved to win it, I don't doubt, but I love that he has like all these other plans and goals that he has for himself as well.
引退まで僕のことお願いします。
Thank you. See, this is why I'm upset with you, Yuri.
ファイナルで一緒に金メダルと。
Oh no. That feels so final. Ah, terrified.
大丈夫。有利なら金メダル取れるよ。自分を信じて。
ねえビクトル、前に言ったよね。ビクトルにはビクトルでいてほしいって。今さらそんなコーチらしいこと言おうとしないでよ。最後は笑ってリンクに立ちたい。
This is so sad. Why is this so sad?
世界選手権5連覇の俺が休んでまでコーチしたのに、今まで金メダル一つ取れないってどういうこと？ いつまで予行練習やってるつもりだ。金メダルにキスしたいな。
I shouldn't be crying over this. I feel so ineloquent right now because I have so many thoughts and feelings about this, but I'm struggling to put them into words.
どうしたんでしょうか、勝木選手。泣いているようにも見えますが。ゴールは決めた。
Victor was shaking, and I don't know if it was crying or just a lot of pent-up emotion.
僕の名前は勝木優里。どこにでもいる日本のフィギュアスケート選手で24歳。
自分のいろいろな愛をこのフリーで表現したいと話していました。フリーの曲はユーリオンアイス。4回転がまず2つ続きます。最初はコンビネーションから4回転トーループ、ダブルトーループ。
I love that this is almost a mirror, a reflection of the first episode, and how when he was in the practice rink and he wasn't putting pressure on himself and he was just feeling it, he embodied Victor.
僕の人生はもう半分以上ビクトルを目指してた。ビクトル、連れてきてくれてありがとう。ビクトルだけじゃない。
やっぱユリオにサルコーを教えてもらってから変わったよね。
トリプルフリップ。トリプルループから変更してきた。まさか。
ノーミス以上の演技をしないと金メダルの可能性はない。ショートプログラムの後で。
That, sorry to break up your beautiful words, but that moment, I don't know why, but I felt that.
と考えてきた。競技人生最後のフリーはビクトルのフリーと同じ難易度に挑んで終えたい。
Like, I really genuinely feel like he is the most elegant he's been this entire show. I don't know how the animators managed to convey that, but I feel it. They're focusing so well on his form. That was such a, like, that was so much distance they mentioned distance with regards to the other figure skaters in the previous episode, and if I'm not mistaken, that felt like it covered a major distance as well.
4回転1本増やして4本飛ぶ気かユーリ。
気がついたビクトル。
トリプルアクセルシングルループ要求された。
ずっと一緒にスケートを続けたい。
トリプルルッツトリプルトール。
でも僕のコーチの
This is so much more complicated than it was originally, or am I dreaming?
競技者としてのビクトルを少しずつ殺しているのも同然だ。僕の中にいるビクトルを見てて、なってくれたことは無駄じゃない。それを証明できるのは世界中で僕しかいない。
His speed as well is amazing. This dance originally felt so slow, like not slow to me, but in comparison to some of the other ones, because of the type of music that it was, it had a bit of a more languid feel to it. Now it's like I'm on the edge of my seat.
Coach ビクトル・ニキフォロフの代名詞。
Yeah, I feel you. And he's pointing at him. That was so flawless, that was so elegant, that was so smooth. That was a perfect performance. And I don't feel like it was unearned. That was everything that the character arc has been leading up to. It was perfect. Haha.
キスクラに戻りたくない。戻ったら終わってしまう。
大丈夫。あんなパーフェクトな演技したんだからきっといい点出るよ。
勝木有利の得点出ました。フリー
Whoa.
長い間破られることのなかったビクトル・ニキフォロフの持つ男子フリー歴代最高得点を更新。
おめでとうユーリ。2人の有利に俺の記録を抜かれたのは振付師兼コーチとしては、競技者としては最高に面白くない。
それって競技復帰？
That was a beautiful shot. Like, it's moments like those where that shot with Victor where, like, I love the animation in general, I love the illustration style, but that the art really shone there.
今回こそグランプリファイナルで優勝できる最後のチャンスだと思う。有利には俺のパーソナルベストを軽く越されるし、今年のファイナル最後まで楽しめそうだね。
4回転ルッツ。
I'm really glad, because I don't think there's many things that are worse than working so hard to get to a certain point in your career and then not allowing yourself or being able to enjoy reaching that goal, even if it's not like completely what you were hoping for.
このスマホで写真お願いします。
Focus, 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 focus.
君が前にいることになりすぎて悔しさの火はまだ何度でも燃え盛る。燃え盛った。
トリプルアクセルシングルループトリプルサルコウ最後のジャンプを決めた。場内はスタンディングオベーション。すごい盛り上がりだ。
Oh wow, he did really well. I'm really glad for him, that's good.
ショートを終えてトップのユーリ・クリセツキーとは 6.18 点差。オタベック
I wonder if Otabe and Yuri are gonna draw. That would be very interesting.
僕は公共曲
I'm just assuming over here that Yuri is winning. I should not be that arrogant.
全世界がお前を待っている。4回転トーループ
Oh my soul. Yuri always looks like he's going out into war.
話したいことがあるんだ。
今かこれから有利の出番だぞ。
とりあえずロシアナショナルに合わせるよ。
おい、それって活動が引退するってことか。
引退は有利が決めることだ。
お前が何を望んでいたか忘れるな。今こそ出発する。
Oh my soul. His voice in Russian. Couldn't we have more of that? That sounds amazing. Sorry. Got distracted for a moment there. But also that hug made me so happy.
お前の夢を満たせ。お前だけがそれを実現できるのだ。
ビクトル
踊れ。お前の夢を。お前自身の歌。4回転すべて成功させました。
Oh wow. He looks so grown up.
お前の道を。そしてその上を行け。
They really went out there and found the people with the deepest voices to play these characters, didn't they? Except Yuri. Yuri's voice is not deep.
自分を生き抜け。トリプルループ。ジャンプすべて成功。始まりの時は今だ。お前のための時間だ。
Yeah, he looks older. That is some impressive art style difference.
じいちゃん。そして勝木優里。よく見て。
Oh my soul.
アレグロアパッショナート。シニアデビューでグランプリファイナル優勝となれば男子シングルでは史上初。
Okay, sorry, I have to say this. Whoever did the animation for Yurio's eye scenes, I live for it. They're so beautiful.
スパイラルからのトリプルアクセル。これも決まった。 優里勝木。散々ジャンプミスってんのに心をつかみに来るステップ。ではさ、泣いてんのかよ。ビクトルが点超えられたら他はどうでもいいのか。俺をがっかりさせんな。豚に食わせる金メダルまで。
Him always needing that anger motivation to do that. Oh my word. I don't know why I enjoy his character so much. And it's weird. At the start of the show I said I felt like he kicked Yuri's door when he was crying in a weird way to kind of pull him out of it. And even though I don't think I was really right, part of me still kind of feels that way.
頑張れユリオ。ここから後半のジャンプ。絶対俺が勝つ。4回転トーループ。
I know. Sorry. My Afrikaans came out there for a second.
すぐに立ち上がってからのスパイラルポジション美しいです。
ユーラチか強くなったな。
だけどあなただけの新しい美しさに進化したわね、ユリ。
I'm actually quite happy that she noticed that. That he doesn't need that persona in order to draw on his full strength as a figure skater.
4回転サルコートリプルトーループ。
鮮やかに決めてきた。再び両手上げに 見てるか、お前の記録はいつか絶対俺が抜く。
But somehow I think he knows it's not gonna be today. Probably if he hadn't made that one mistake, he probably could have, and I think he is already frustrated with himself over that.
4回転トリプル、ダブルトリプル、ここで4回転を入れてきました。今引退したら一生後悔させ。トリプルアクセル、シングルレッグ、トリプルサークル、キーだ。
So close. Oh my soul.
Après la finale de l'an dernier, personne n'aurait pu imaginer qu'il nous
金メダルじゃないけど、金メダルじゃないとキスする気になれないな。ああ、有利の金メダルに。
Guess you're stuck with me for another season. Oh, I love it. Oh goodness, I'm not going to be able to stop talking about this, but I just want to kind of like finish it off before we go into all the brilliant symbolism that I'm probably not going to be able to voice correctly or even fully understand correctly, but damn.
じゃあコーチ失格だよ。有利から何か提案はないかな。俺がドキドキするようなのは。ビクトル、僕と一緒にあと1年競技生活続けてください。金メダル絶対取ります。いいね。一つ目。コーチ続けながら競技復帰するんじゃ前みたいに戻れる。世界選手権5連覇ぐらいしてもらわなきゃ割に合わない。
男子シングル銀メダル、日本の勝木優里。
Okay, I'm sorry. I really want to appreciate this, but I just quickly want to like have a mental breakdown. One of my favorite things about a completely different show that's called Snow White with the Red Hair is the support that the two main characters always show each other. And I can't describe to you how happy I am to see it here. It's just so genuine.
エキシビションは競技復帰を表明したコーチのビクトル・ニキフォロフ昨シーズンのフリー。
Wow. The colors are so beautiful, and obviously the ice skating itself.
僕らは愛と呼ぶ氷の上の全てを。ユリ
If I tell you that was perfection. The show. So where do I even start? Okay, firstly, I think they should just permanently go into couples ice skating. That was amazing and I love that. That was like such an unexpected bonus to the episode as well. I appreciate the fact that both of them kind of had to come to the realization of what they wanted to do moving forward on their own. I think it was important that one person's decision kind of wasn't known to the other, so it couldn't affect them. Like they couldn't influence each other's decisions in a way where later on they might feel resentment. I'm so happy that Yuri was the one who won. I'm genuinely so amazed by how well Yuri performed in the finals, in the final freestyling. I feel like if he had won, it would have been so deserved. That last performance was absolutely amazing. But at the same time, if I look in terms of their like character arcs, their character growth, it feels like it was the right thing for them to end up the way it did, because now it allows them to continue growing as people. Whereas I think if Yuri had won now, he unfortunately genuinely might have stopped ice skating if he didn't feel like he could be challenged by Yuri. And Yuri, I think, is also interesting because he's now reached his one goal that he sets out for himself. So the question for him is, what's next? Like, what else are you going to do to challenge yourself? I think that throughout the entire series there has been this very like parallel life between Victor and Yuri. I mean, they're from the same country, which is obviously not a big thing, but that's like the start of it. They're both kind of young prodigies. They both also seem to be compared to each other very often, and I think he is probably gonna be the person who becomes like the next Victor, becomes the next Victor. And I feel like it fits because I think he also is the type of person who probably will struggle with the same things that Victor struggled with, like peaking so young and then having to figure out where you go from there, having to constantly reinvent yourself to keep on like living up to the name that you've built for yourself. So even though I don't kind of want him to go down that route, because in itself I think it can be a very challenging route, I am glad that he, unlike Victor, has someone, namely Victor, to maybe guide him through that. He has Yuri to kind of keep him grounded as well. And I just appreciate that the stories have been interwoven so carefully that every single person's journey kind of complements and supports each other. Like Yuri's journey would not have been as impactful, he wouldn't have been as driven if he didn't have someone like Yuri who was there like to challenge him constantly and to do it kind of like unashamedly. Whereas if he was pitted against someone like Pachito, for example, I think he would have kind of taken losses lying down a little bit, because it's a very close friend who he would like to see succeed at the cost of his own victories. Whereas with Yuri, I don't think he harbors that kind of guilt that he would feel otherwise. So yeah, I just think that they, as on the ice rivals, really complement each other, and I'm so happy as well that again the show didn't take the opportunity to make the on the ice rivals like rivals in real life. Like, we're rooting for both of them, we love both of them as characters, and it takes so much more effort, and I'm so glad that they put the effort in. Yuri and Victor, it's so cute. I can't deal, and like Victor's absolute joy for Yuri is just amazing. But I also appreciate the fact that it doesn't like hold him back from seeming slightly put out by having his records beat. Like, I appreciate that they didn't just kind of sweep it under the rug that, oh, you know, it would probably affect someone if something that they carried with them, almost like a medal that they earned, was taken by someone, and you know it's an inevitability. But still, like, it will have an effect on people, but it doesn't make him a bad person, and he doesn't let it affect the amount of like passion and support that he gives Yuri and Yurio. So I really appreciated that, and I thought the way that he kind of handled the situation with Yuri wanting to break off the relationship was really well done, because it's so often that characters will kind of just be angry or pretend that it's fine or so on, and then just storm off and not talk it out. And I really appreciated that he was like, I'm gonna express my anger, I'm not gonna take it out on you, because unfortunately I can see where your mind is currently at, but this isn't acceptable, and like, here's how it's gonna be, kind of the thing. So I just really appreciate like kind of the compassion and the honesty that he handled the situation with. So it just, yeah, that was really good. And then yeah, his joy at Yuri being like, can you continue to be my coach, and him still kind of like needling him and making sure that Yuri knows that this, you know, he's proud of him, but he's not gonna stop pushing him to do his best. Before I leave you guys, I just want to quickly read the comment for the week, and it is Justina. She said, as annoying as JJ can be, I always tear up at his scenes in the episode. His fiance and audience supporting him during the hard time, beautifully shown love and devotion. And I honestly couldn't agree more. That even when I was editing, I still was like so entranced watching that scene again. I thought it was such a great emotional scene, and I love that it was for one of the like secondary characters who wouldn't always get kind of like fleshed out like that, and it was done in such an impactful way. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm so happy. I love this, and thank you guys so much for going along with me on this journey. It was fantastic. Otherwise, I'll see you guys again next time. So chill.